Hey guys, so today I'm going to be making some banana bread. I've got the ingredients out and all my stuff, and I will make a start. So first things first, always put my apron on, and then I'll move the camera across. So I have my hand blender out, my electric blender out to blend up the bananas. Right, I'll get some more. Just put that light on to make it a bit brighter in here. Oh, there it is. Angle you guys down so you can see what I'm doing. Here we go. So we have our tins and our liners to the side. Butter, plain flour, self-raising flour, sugar, cinnamon, bananas, eggs, and a little bit of milk. So first thing you have to do is blend the bananas to a paste. And I always let the bananas go black for banana cake, otherwise they don't blend very well. So they look like that. And that makes the banana taste a little stronger as well. Now, I always use 3. But you can use as many as you want. And then break them up a little bit. Oh, I forgot to get a tea towel out of the drawer to wipe my hands. There we go. So let's plug the electric. This is going to get loud, but plug the electric whisk in. Electric blender, I mean. Please excuse the noise, the girls are playing in the living room. Then we take the cinnamon and we do about 1/4 of a pot. It looks that There we go. Leave that to the side. And then we leave this to the side then for later on. Then we measure out the ingredients. So with banana cake and banana bread, you use plain flour and self-raising flour, or plain flour and the raisin agent, but I use self-raising flour. So you need, let's go with the butter first actually. So you need 6 ounces of butter, and then you want 6 ounces of sugar. But actually, sorry, let me rephrase that. You need 4 ounces of white flour. White sugar, sorry. 4 ounces of white sugar. Oh, there we go, there's 4 ounces of crafty left in that bag. But then you need brown sugar as well. So you need to have 4 ounces of brown sugar. Like that. Now, measure out the self-raising flour, which has got to be 6 ounces of plain flour. And then we wait a minute until I've got this mixed together to weigh out the other flour. I will write the ingredients and the amount in the description. There we are, and then you combine it until it's nice and mixed together. Like that. Then you want 2 eggs. One. 2. Make sure that they break up nicely, and then partially mix them through the butter and sugar. Then add the plain flour. Then you want 4 ounces of self-raising flour. Then mix mix the plain flour together with the butter, sugar and eggs. Then add the self-raising flour. Oh, don't forget to preheat your oven. So put it on 180 to preheat. I almost forgot to preheat the oven, that's a big no-no. Preheat your oven to 180. Now mix this in nicely. And this is where the milk will come in as well, because it'll be very dry and thick. You get flour everywhere. And what you'll need is a little tiny spot of milk, just so as it doesn't go all stale. It'll keep it a little bit moister for a little bit longer. So I'd say probably 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. Then set the milk to the side so you can make yourself a coffee. And then it'll be a bit runny there then, but it'll help to combine the remaining flour to everything. If it's still very stiff like this, you might need to add a bit more milk. At the moment this is very stiff, so I'd say add maybe a splash more milk. Yeah, about that. So that was probably another 2 tablespoons. Yeah, you can see it by there. I put it in a little well to make it easier for me to stir it around. There we go, and you can see it's now starting to loosen up a bit. There we go. Now, this is where we add a little bit of cinnamon to the cake mix. There we go. I'd say probably, I pour it in, but I'd say probably 2 teaspoons. That's roughly about 2 teaspoons. And then mix it through the cake mix. And now make a well in the middle, if you can. So try to push it up the edges, like that. Because now we have the banana coming in. You just pour it in. Scrape it with the spoon to make sure you get all of it. It smells lovely already. It hasn't even cooked yet. There we go. Make sure you get as much of it out as possible. So the bowl is empty then. And then we mix this through, because this is also liquid that will break up some of the stiffness of the flour, eggs and butter. There we go. And then it should be pourable like that. And make sure you get everything mixed through. So check around the sides of your bowl. If you still see big bits of yellow from the original mix, make sure you go around and collect it all and mix it all together thoroughly. Okay, got a bit of flour on my worktop for that. Okay, so it smells lovely already. Let's put the lid back on the butter. And we will prep a dish, a bowl with, stop it, prep a bowl with baking parchment. Oh, don't forget to take the leaflet thing out. I forgot to take the leaflet out. And if you get the right size, like I did this time, it fits straight in. Make sure it's dead flat in there. And then just start pouring it into your tin. Go directly into the middle of the tin, and then work down either end. If you pour it all one end, it will move the paper. So do it mainly in the middle like this, and then just go back and forth until it's all out of the bowl and into the tin. When you get down to just the scratchings, I like to go around the edge with the spoon and gather it all up. Oh, there we go. And that way then you haven't wasted any of your ingredients. So there we go. And then it should be like that. Then you take the spoon and you just slightly level out the top. So just wiggle the spoon because it will naturally level itself out anyway. But you're just giving it a helping hand. So it, stop shouting at the dog! So it's all nice and level. And then tap the spoon to get the remaining off. There we go. Then re-level out the bit you tapped. Now, set the bowl to the side, get a cloth, and then you take the bowl and we do what I always do, is tap it 10 times to make sure there's no air stuck in it, otherwise it makes it, it'll make it fall apart basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then, we can set it into the oven. Now, every time I've cooked this, it's cooked at different times. Put it in the middle of the oven is the best option. So I'm going to need to should have used the other rubber towel. Never mind. Put it in the centre of the oven and do the first test after 30 minutes to see if your skewer comes out. So I'm going to set the timer for 30 minutes. It's already on 25. 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. There we go. So it's set for 30 minutes. And we'll be back in 30 minutes to test the cake. If it's cooked, then great. And if not, put it on for intervals of 5 to 10 minutes. We'll be back in half an hour to see if it's nicely cooked. So, be back soon. Okay, so the alarm has just gone off. So we're going to check the cake now. Here goes the train. So where's my skewer gone? Ow, that's hot. Right, get my little skewer thing out. Let's check the cake by seeing if the skewer comes out clean. Okay, so as you can see, there's still a little bit on there. So I'd say another 5 or 10 minutes, I'd say, in there. Let's do it for 10. Let's change the... There we go. Pop it back in for 10 minutes. Now, I haven't done my usual clean-up like I normally do. Because I was asked a question in person by a friend of mine who watches the channel. Why I never show clean-up. Because basically I do it when I'm waiting for the timer to go off. And because everyone knows how to clean. So I didn't see the point in showing how to clean because everyone cleans differently. But I thought, okay, I'll show, because I was asked, do I clean up or do I make Dave do it? Don't make Dave do it because he never cleans it the way I like it. So I have left everything to clean up. But before I do, I'm going to make a little bit of a mess. And the reason why I decided to show the cleanup that I don't usually do on camera is because I was given coffee pods for my birthday last year and I don't like them. They are way too strong. They're Americano ones for my coffee machine, but they're way too strong. But I don't like wasting money and I don't like wasting the pods. But, and if anybody ever gets this, where they get the coffee pod that doesn't fit, it's too small, it's too big, or if you get given ones you don't like, you can actually save the coffee from the inside. So I've already made the start here, because I had 2 of these full. And what I do is take a scissors. Let me bring you a bit closer because it'll be easier. And I'll point you down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so take the coffee pod. You very carefully shove a pair of scissors just into the edge, like this. And then cut around and remove the top completely, like this. What you'll find inside then is this little clear water filter, which if you break it with the scissors you can then carefully peel back with your fingers, and all you have there then is the loose powder. Then you can take the loose powder and pour it into a bag or a container, because what I do with these now is this is then good for a cafetiere, so the little jug ones you can depress, and then you can use it for tiramisu or coffee flavouring, which means you're not wasting the coffee pods or wasting money if you've bought the wrong ones or if they're too strong or whatever reason for not wanting the coffee pod. So I'll do a second one and then I'll leave the rest till later, and I'll get on with the cleanup. So like I said, finger in, peel it back, and then pour into the pouch, into the tub. And then you have these empty pods. And the good thing about the pods when they're fully empty of coffee, and you can see they're empty of coffee, is you can put them in the recycle, because they're then recyclable because there's no food in them. And I don't know why, but apparently coffee grounds are classed as food items in a recycle bin, which makes no sense because they're, you know, plastic. Okay, so we'll do the cleanup. I'll leave doing the rest of that until later. So I'm going to throw that over there for now. And that. Put that next to my cup of coffee. Okay, so with this, because I don't want to get it wet, I literally dust it off from any of the flour. Then I get some Dettol spray and I spray the very top. Get a cloth and then wipe it round. And that way then it's cleaned. Disinfected but not dumped in a sink where it's potentially going to get broken. Because it's a very old salter one. Same with this. Because it's electric, you don't dump it in the sink. You spray a little bit of Dettol on it and then wipe around all of the joints and up over the end. So it's clean, it's disinfected, and it's not dumped in a sink with an electric cable on it. Because sometimes you have to warn people about that electric and water don't mix. And then I move all my pots forwards, like this. And then I spray the back bit first. Get my cloth. And then wipe down in a coming towards me motion, so as it all comes to the same area. Shake it into the sink, go back over with the dry section, with the dry part of the cloth, and I've gone all the way down the backs of the tubs and the back of the hob. Then my coffee, brown sugar, white sugar, tea, hot chocolate. Move the kettle around, then spray down that section. And repeat. Run some water and put the bowl in. And the same with this one. There we go. And then quite literally just go in it with, because that's got wash it liquid in the handle. Literally go in and then it comes out nice and clean. There we go, and just make sure you just give it all a good rub over. Getting rid of everything that is inside the bowls and on the utensils. And done. Oh, hold on a second, that didn't come fully clean. There we go, now it's fully clean. Then, once that's cleared the worktop for there, I'm able to wipe that down a minute, spray the remaining part of my worktop like this, then go in and get the rest of it off, and the sink unit at the same time. Then it just leaves the hob then, as that goes back in the cupboard down by here. That can't go away until I dry the rest of it. I'll put the eggs and the butter away in a second. Then you just spray the worktop hob, because I'm going to need the top of that to put the cake one to cool anyway. And there we go. cleaned down. So what I'm going to do now, while I wait, is take out the drying rack, move the back of the worktop, move this over there because I got one tiny little spot of worktop left to clean, and that's in front of the microwave, right there. Which is also where I have my my kitchen roll dispenser, but I need to get some. There we go. Right. I'm going to leave that out there because I need to finish that later. And this is going to go back in the cupboard down here. Like that. Then dry the bowls. Like this. And then the attachment for the hand whisk. Timer went off. You'll check that in a few seconds. I just need to wrap this back up and put it back in the drawer. You have to move you a minute. Something's not letting me put this back in. Oh, it's my thermometer thing. It's not letting me put that back in. Why is that caught? Right, there it is. That's what's wrong with it. Right, there we go. Now it's back in. There we go. Right, now let's check with the spike to see if we have in fact finished cooking. Yep, so that's come out clean and you can see a few of the crumbs stuck to it, which means that it's definitely fully cooked. So we're going to take it out now and stick it on the drainer, stick it on the cooling rack, and then turn the oven off. There we go, off with the oven, off with the light. Put these away. And put that away as well. There we go. And these can go back in the fridge. So that now needs to cool completely before it can get cut up and served. So yeah, sorry, it's got to cool before it can be cut up and served. But that is the banana bread / cake loaf. Well, ooh, come here. Well, thank you for, there you go, thank you for watching me making the banana loaf cake and for the impromptu cleanup and how to save the coffee pods. Not that there's that much use, but if you could save them, you could save them. If not, well, thank you guys for watching this hectic video and I'll see you in the next one. Good night.